I think
Now
Hi!
now that the mics are on.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to the Stanley Parabola.
God, I feel like I really should have thought of that one.
I sure do hope it auto-saved. I closed the game. Ding!
For a game like this, I would be so surprised if it didn't have an autosave feature.
This stream is brought to you by,
The best soda.
Unbranded, no affiliation soda. Buy it today. Actually, ginger ale is one of the sodas that isn't, like, branded.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
it's branded, but ginger ale is a thing you can just say anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not like Coke
Or like orange soda.
Yeah, exactly.
There are lots of, oh, it's asking me to enter the current time again, but none of the other stuff. That's funny.
Hey, Mr. Crow, my Switch has a clock, and you're allowed to synchronize your game with that.
No.
It is allowed.
Hang on. Before we get started, can I just say something?
No!
Yes.
Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you booted up the game.
It says that?
A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock set at 2:12
Are you
and
reading
call
off the
it a day.
screen right now?
Yes.
I'm already delighted.
But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
That's how I know that you care about this experience. You're paying attention.
You're welcome, narrator.
I don't even have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time.
Oh, my favorite
Go
time.
ahead, pick whatever time you want, even if it's not the correct time. You've earned it. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
Hell yeah!
Wow, that was really funny.
God damn. This game is a riot. Microphone, can you be close to my mouth?
Well, that settles it. It has saved.
Cool.
It seems to have saved
Flag set.
Flag set. Set.
Achievement unlocked. Welcome back.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Yeah, I know. Can we skip this?
Yeah.
We used our skip button. Do we want to do a normal ending or a new content?
I kind of want to finish the door thing because I did it improperly last time.
You can try.
Oh, yeah.
We've failed at it twice now.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please.
Okay.
Are you really just doing this for the
Let's
achievement?
take it easy now.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 41, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2.
I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I'm going. Is this game a lot quieter than I remember?
No.
Nope. Same volume as before, I think.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
The slow escalation of the enthusiasm in his voice.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
It's weird that I just know the layout of this office, kind of. I know. Oh my god. There's a neon sign next to the new content door that says new content.
Oh my god. We'll get to that.
Now, back to door number 437.
Now that's 415 right there. So 416 is probably next to it. Hopefully not through the new content door, because that seemed to break it last time.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
You're doing it.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes, this is great. You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
Okay.
Okay.
That's not that door. I was just checking it. Okay, here's 415.
416.
I have to go through the new content door to reach
Oh,
416.
good. You notice my sign.
God damn it!
I have something very exciting to show you.
Here's door 416.
Fucking this.
Someone
They keep putting stuff in the way.
someone coded this funny.
Keep putting stuff
That's
in the way.
the game's fucking with us.
The achievement really
Yeah.
feels like we're working for it.
And it does. Well, I guess we'll do the new content now.
I guess we'll do the newest.
the new content.
Bot works.
Hey, bot.
The end is never the end. Okay, I'm glad that they didn't make us watch the whole Disney slideshow again.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh,
What?
it's the big sign in a front desk that says the Stanley
Yes,
Parable
you
2.
see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
There's a poster that says the end is never the end. Again, the Stanley Parable 2. And then it says 427, the Stanley Parable 2. Welcome, Investor Showcase for the Stanley Parable
Calling
2.
it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
There's just really beautifully decorated hallways in like a very high-class business, like glass building. There's just memorabilia for the Stanley Parable 2 everywhere. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. There's a picture from the Stanley Parable. It says old and busted, and then there's a prospective Stanley Parable 2 picture. It says new hotness. They're back. 2 doors. Stanley Parable 2. 1, more TSP. 2, better TSP. Well, I can't understand any of that. This is the left brain, right brain, Stanley Parable 2. There's a picture of 2 plants, and then it says Stanley Parable 2 underneath of it. This looks like a slideshow of a bunch of versions of the Stanley Parable 2 just poster.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Yep.
Yep. We'll go with that.
Yep.
The meeting plans are as follows. 9, scrum. 10, design pitch. 11:30, break. 11:35, pitch design. 12:02, number 2 chat. There's a little dude drawn. It says 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs, and then question mark, question mark, question mark. And then it says, who took the red marker in black? And then it says me underneath it in red. Sequels are good. Portal 2, Half-Life 2, Batman Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity, Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2.
All this 2 nonsense and Sonic 2 was just not on that list. I'm sorry. Sad. Sonic Tuesday.
There's just a big
Part of
picture.
video game history.
There's just a picture of a hand holding up 2 fingers, and then says the Stanley Parable 2 underneath of it. This way to the show floor. Ooh, a red carpet. New features. Hello, Shuriken.
Hello.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah,
It's our
welcome.
second stream and our second game. It's a big deal.
It's the Stanley Parable 2.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Like, what? It's just, okay, so
We get to jump more.
I was just gonna ask
I
that.
wanted to jump. This seems like there's a big showcase. That button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. That's new. Oh. Hear your name in the game. Okay, what's in this room? Is it the
For the
button?
Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Road to the perfect button. One is comically big, one is comically small, and then there's another one that says just right.
Button.
Press the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you
What if your
role
name
play
was
as
Jim?
Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget
Jim.
whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim. Sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh,
Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I think so.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Wow.
He did it! He said my name! I'm Jim!
That's my name!
Do it again, do it again.
Okay.
Harder the
Can we
second
make
time.
the
If
game
this
any
were the
louder?
only
Because every
new
time
feature
we
in the
get
Stanley Parable
excited,
2,
I stop
it
being
would
able to
still
hear
be
it.
worth
It's
the money.
louder
Let's
than
take a break
us
from the
on
gym
stream.
button. I'm too emotionally
So I
drained from
can't.
all of this personal validation.
Okay.
Whoa,
Don't choke them.
sometimes a person can be too much, Jim.
I gymmed
Put
too
the
hard.
gym button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Oh, don't take the gym button away from
No.
me.
That's my new identity. I'm drowning in Jim.
Jim's gotta be one of my favorite genders.
What was I gonna say right before I started choking?
I don't know, but it was pretty funny.
I suppose
Dunno,
I could
Jim.
allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Please, no screenshots. A whole new office. 999. Red is the new orange.
Okay.
The new update. Raid trace more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the what? New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of the player that's playing the game. Jump circle. Yes! Freaky new and easy achievement. I can't believe it's that simple. Get it here. I want my free achievement. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right
Now,
now.
here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
That's crazy.
Okay, perhaps
Oh.
I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers, we hear you. Okay, now put me in the jump circle.
Jump, circle,
Jump, circle, jump, circle.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
And I need the jump circle. Collectibles. New. Can you find them?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
I was walking towards a light, and there was like it looked kind of like starry as I was going towards it, and I finally get to it, and it's a shining Stanley figurine, but the wall is a bunch of humanoid figures clutching over each other and reaching out towards it. I'm scared. I got 1 out of 6.
Yeah.
Hooray!
That wasn't terrifying at all.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay. What else? What else is there to do? Oh, here's the jump circle.
You know
Yes.
what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump
Oh
circle.
no.
Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh. Infinite hole.
Hello,
What
a
up?
morbid llama.
What, Morbid?
Hello. I'm about to jump in an infinite hole.
Me too.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Stunning leap forward.
You see, isn't it wonderful?
Yeah, I'm
One
still
of my more
falling.
ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Now we sit here while Hunter's ADHD builds.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Here we go.
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know
fall
quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Oh, God.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You
Thanks.
found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I literally
We
can't
just put
speak.
all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite. If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button
Did you,
to walk up to the top of the hole and
you-
to move on.
Did you unmute
I'll just be up
the
here when you're
fifth
ready.
channel on there?
The fifth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you mute that? It's creating a hum.
Oh
go.
my god, I didn't realize that was there till it went away.
I mean
Now,
either.
I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Oh, or did we die from fall damage?
I mean, not really. We kind of like broke, and then the narrator is like,
Hello,
look
Dave.
Look
Hello,
what you
Dave.
did, Stanley."
This is the remake of Stanley. I don't know what we're doing.
Yeah, I also don't know what we're
It's
doing.
the Stanley Parable remake, and we're here now.
It came out today.
It came
on
out
Switch.
today.
Just Switch.
No. PC, Switch,
Okay, I'll be honest. I
PS4,
haven't
PS5,
yet
Xbox
decided on
One,
this
Xbox X.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I think I'd go with Happy 12th Birthday.
I'd go with Get Well Someday.
Get well someday. That's my motto.
Oh, what's this? Oh, I get to choose. Oh, but it says Happy 12th Birthday, step niece.
Oh, what the
I think I gotta go with that one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Good.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Oh, I want to buy some merch. Let me buy some Stanley Parable 2 merch. Like a white shirt with a red 2 on it.
You just gotta find the other bobbleheads.
I don't. Oh, here comes all the channel rewards.
Stretch. Limited stretch. Leg stretch probably out of frame.
Alex,
torso
fun
to-
fact. Ryan Short Tangent.
Well,
And how
while
much you
guys-
want to bet if I looked at the rewards right now on Twitch, they'd all be mismatched.
Well, while you tangent and fun fact, I'm gonna go hydrate with my ginger ale.
What am I going to tangent about? I'm so involved.
Yeah, no, I'm too sucked in.
My tangent is everyone should probably go and buy this video game we're playing. So
Not a
like,
sponsor. It's just good game.
pick a platform you like and look it up. I'm sorry if you're a Sega Saturn fan. I don't think it's on that. But like,
What a rip.
Pick it up for Tiger Gamecom today.
go play this.
Okay, that was enough. Thank you, guys. The reassurance bucket. Ooh. What the hell does that mean?
The what?
The reassurance
complaint
bucket.
of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
There is no bucket.
I'm happy to say that
just
after
an empty
much
podium.
consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to
there
the
is the
bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? Ooh. I think that just holding it has made you the
can I get
slightest
this
bit more
bucket?
attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2.
The Stanley Parable 2 bucket. +1 wisdom, +1 charisma. Okay, can I just keep carrying this with me? Nice. Yes. I feel
Does
so
anyone
much
give out
better now.
awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
I don't think we have many attractions left.
Who cares about the attractions? We got ourselves a fucking bucket.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, I think we've done everything in this gigantic room.
Wonderful.
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 What's it? That's new, and it's just a door.
It's a new door.
An
Epilogue.
would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
You heard Jim in the game.
Yeah! I am Jim.
Exclusive, the button that says Jim.
Imagine being named Jim and playing the game.
I know, right? That'd be funny.
Can't go out that way. That's to the reassurance bucket. Where am I to go now? I know.
I don't know. I want that freaking dork-looking achievement.
No. Every time we try to do it, there will be a new thing in the new content section that'll block it.
All right, have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, that's a big face.
As long as we have the reassurance bucket. Nothing can stop us.
Oh yeah, I feel perfectly comfortable at all times.
So, Stanley,
Lecture
what do you
room.
think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
It's looks like a miniature house, of course.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
There's a hole.
Okay, never mind.
There's a bucket.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement.
There's a hole. There's
Okay,
there's
yes.
jump circle.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
This one looks much worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
It's all the same
This
stuff.
isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Yeah, I would give you a fun fact, but talking over him just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't. Oh, look at this title screen. Wow, it says the Stanley Parable 2, and everything is red. I want to look at the achievements. Test achievement, please ignore. Speed runs. The go outside achievement is still there. That was a nice title screen.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was...
Okay. It's the same.
Amazing.
Was that the? I guess that was the ending.
I guess. Mm-hmm.
I guess. Oh,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Okay.
Stanley decided
well
to go to the
someday.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
okay.
Let's go get that achievement.
Let's get that achievement.
Oh, yeah, I don't believe you.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing
Man,
this
we
for
are
the
working hard.
achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
I've
can't
put in
just
so
give
much
these
effort for
merits
this
away
achievement.
such little
Yeah.
effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna come to a moment in this where Hunter's gonna
Stanley
walk
felt
past
the
the new
bucket
content
full,
door and laugh
begging
again.
him to pick it up. Why was he not doing it?
What did he say?
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yay! Bucket!
Bucket is bucket on pedestal.
I feel so much better now.
I'm no longer interested in doing the door click achievement. There's a plethora of new content to explore.
Oh, let's go to the broom closet ending.
Now that we have the bucket, nothing can stop us.
Okay.
Oh, door 416 is here. And it's normal. It's not the new content door anymore.
I still don't believe you're gonna do it.
No, come on, let's finish it.
Okay, great. Now, go touch the bucket on door 437 a few
Oh,
times.
oh,
Okay.
we've been had.
He rewrote all his damn dialogue!
Yes, now we're getting somewhere. How about door 415? Give it some bucket love.
Wow. The build-up.
Now back to door number 437.
God. I feel so much better now that we have the bucket.
You know, I think the copy machine needs some attention. Why don't you rub the bucket on it a bit? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere. Okay, now bring the bucket on top of employee 419's desk.
Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. What?
Yes, this is great. Now the bucket knows exactly what it's like to be employee 419. Now, let's introduce it to door 416.
Fine.
We've almost got it. Now make the bucket and the copy machine touch again. Finish it off, Stanley. 5 touches of the bucket on door 430. Yes!
Yeah, we did it.
Wow, that felt amazing. You know, not all buckets will get this kind of experience. They won't all know what it's like to slam repeatedly against nearly every door in one section of an office building, or what it's like to be employee 419. Buckets may dream of an experience like this, but few can say they've truly lived it. You've given a bucket hope today. Stanley, I'm very proud of you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Every line of this game has been rewritten for the bucket. What the fuck? That's crazy.
Some bucket love, man.
Every
Some
line.
bucket love.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work.
Oh god. That's some Toby Fox
Still
shit.
no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Is there a broom closet? Can you get in?
I can.
No way!
Oh, Stanley,
Yeah.
can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. No. Getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk? It has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply
that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved
Are
over
you
the
even
years.
able to put the
Let
bucket
him have
down?
it.
I don't know.
Probably. Not yet.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
It's
There.
a sticker that
Now
says
it's
property of
settled. No more
Stanley. It's
debate,
on the bucket
no
now.
more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things. All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see,
bucket
I
sticker.
feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
Oh.
Oh!
It's a bucket.
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Bye.
See ya.
I don't believe you. You'll be back.
Maybe not.
You know, he'll be back.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I gotta hold 2 stickers on my bucket now.
You did get some bucket stickers.
Maybe there isn't any way to put it down because you only have one button to work with, and it's.
Yeah.
I think we're just bucket boys for now,
Okay.
forever.
Cool. Goodbye, friend closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
Okay. Or
office.
do we want to play out the normal story but with the bucket?
I guess. I don't know. Every single part of this game is going to involve the bucket now. It's kind of hard to comprehend.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll. But, do I go downstairs or do I go upstairs?
You're the master of your bucket's own
I'm
destiny.
going downstairs. I wanna have that weird.
The
trippy
really long monologue.
Yes, with the bucket. Oh
With
my
the
god! I
bucket?
found another collectible.
Found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness,
Doug.
Stanley. God knows
Okay,
I've
Doug.
tried.
I can't explain what's
I implore
happening.
you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Just absorb it and enjoy.
We have a bucket. The whole game is now
But
buckets.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. Indeed, now he noticed the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
I love that it's literally just the same exact event, but he's just redubbed
One
it.
bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special
Oh my god,
bucket.
there's buckets everywhere.
Stanley, find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on
She's
the-
holding the bucket.
her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass.
I love the 70% of this game I can hear over you guys laughing.
Same.
It's just too funny. Hell yes, she thought my life kicks ass. Oh god.
God.
The balloons are still here. That's
All
nice.
of his co-workers were gone.
Do we
What could it
still have our
mean?
bucket?
Stanley decided to go to the
Maybe
meeting.
maybe we're currently
Perhaps he
playing
had
the
simply
Stanley
missed a
Parable
memo.
too.
I feel like the bucket's gonna be there.
It has the stickers on it too.
Yeah, and like you can pick up the bucket and then get all the redub, or you can just play the game.
Oh, that's fun.
So like we could do more bucket endings, but I feel like if we're gonna do an ending,
Should not.
we should do it without the bucket, so you have the context.
Yeah, alright, let's go no bucket this time.
Okay, no bucket.
Now that's content.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
I think you've
he
done
entered
every
the
ending on the
door
left
he
door.
left.
Yeah.
This
There's
was
like
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
5 more
Perhaps
endings
he
on the
wanted to
right.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
He hasn't gotten everything down the left because
That doesn't count as an
truly a
ending, that's like
room worth
Easter egg.
admiring.
I don't care.
It had really been
It's an
worth
Easter egg
the
I don't know
detour
how to do.
after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I like that song
Stanley
too
simply
much.
stood
It's
here,
good.
drinking it all in. Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Really worth it.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left. Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I'm guessing that's probably the last one.
Maybe.
I have no idea.
Okay. We gotta leave the room.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Did I do that last time? I can't remember.
No, I mean that literally takes you back to the normal story. So
To the what?
to the like,
to the normal, to the mind control room, and
Oh,
the-
really?
yeah, it takes you back to the meeting room, and you go from there. So there's no reason to go that way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's
Am I not supposed
incredible
to
he
be
wasn't fired years ago.
No, you can go this way.
Not till we have our bucket.
I was wrong. I think you can
We
take
could
the
take
left.
the bucket in the normal direction.
Well, I think you can go that way. I think there might be an elevator actually. Never mind.
What happens if we take the bucket in the elevator to nowhere?
We'll
Questions for later.
Yeah, we'll do that eventually.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot,
This-
but in his eagerness
yeah,
to
that's an
prove
ending.
that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
That's an ending.
I was like, what? Is
got
it
it.
just gonna let me walk off? Because it teased it.
That's so sad. We didn't have a bucket.
Yeah, that is sad.
Well, so you can just close the door on yourself in the office.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited.
I think my capture
Hours
card just
passed, then
fucked for a
days.
second.
Oh, okay.
Years gone by, he no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
I kind of want to jump from the lift with the bucket.
Let's do it.
Let's. Do we have to wait for this ending to play out?
that was
We
it.
did
All of
it.
his co-workers were gone.
Also,
What
keep
could
an eye
it
out for
mean?
more awaiting
Stanley
input
decided
computers.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Figures
memo.
Finders Committee meeting today in the meeting room.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
How about our bucket? Where is it?
I will get our bucket. Just you wait.
Oh, don't worry. I'm waiting.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Bucket.
An emotional security bucket.
Bucket. That's gonna be a thing. Ryan?
Maybe.
Input received.
You did it? Was that the second one?
No, that was the first one, I think.
What?
I mean, it's the second time we did it.
Yeah. Which...
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
Now we have to
Yes,
sit here and
Stanley
listen to
thought to
all of this
himself.
again.
Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Amazing.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
I love our bucket stickers.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure. Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Thrilling journey.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home, here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Bro.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed to be in the lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
It sounds like it's probably the end of the dialogue.
Let's go jump off a lift.
Woohoo!
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Just jump. Let's hear him out.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Jump.
Now ride the lift all the way to the
Jump.
top.
Jump.
There's something up there I need you to do.
But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his
Best
death,
friend.
that they might die in one another's arms. Touching.
So romantic. Yeah.
Have we
his
been to the
co-workers
top of that
were
lift
gone.
yet?
Yeah, that
What
was
could
the
it mean?
phone.
Stanley
cool.
decided
Brought us
to
to
go
our
to the meeting
apartment.
room.
I'd like to
Perhaps
go
he
with
had
the
simply
bucket.
missed a memo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
There's a different line every time we pick
Yeah.
up the bucket.
There is.
Wait, what? Where am I going? I feel like I have access to a different part of the office.
Yeah, that happens.
What, like
The rooms
the
just
double,
sort of
like
change.
the double doors were supposed to be over here, but
Yeah,
but they're not.
it just depends on the reload you get. Sometimes things are different.
Okay.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct?
Yep.
Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top.
Good.
There's something
I
up
want to
there
know
I
what the
need you to
bucket
do.
needs us to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Yes, bucket.
Yes, bucket.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone, and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Yes, Bucket. So our wife is Bucket.
Yes.
Man, no, she has her own bucket, though, I'm
This
sure.
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
There's a whole new like apartment thing called it's apartment 427B. It's a beautiful furnished apartment. Wait. Okay. I'm in this beautiful apartment now.
And you have your bucket?
No, I don't know where my bucket is.
Bucket, I'm
They
home.
took our... Yeah, fuck.
Is our Bucket having an affair?
Check things for bucket stickers. If you see something with a bucket sticker on it, that's our bucket.
Oh yeah, that's how we know.
Uh-huh.
You're right. There's my bucket. Hello, Stanley. It's me, your bucket. Press B to take me to work with you.
Yay!
Hooray!
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Ooh, back to our office. It's our bucket. Press A to take me back home with you. Yay!
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
No, just bucket. Let's go back to work with bucket.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Don't listen to the loud man. Press X for us to go back home.
Good.
Yes, bucket.
You see, he's not listening.
Or
He's still
apartment
taking
looks
orders
dark
from
and
the
scary
bucket.
now.
You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Press A to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's sad.
Yes,
I
bucket.
suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press up to go back home.
Obviously.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection, it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier, more capable of
Our
transporting
apartment
liquid.
is dark except
Like
for
it would
the
be
TV.
better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Press Y to relive the same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Press up to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going
God,
on?
there's
Why do I
candles
want to
now.
be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
this-
Perhaps
this
if I
room
had the
now.
bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes.
It's a
The
candlelit
bucket
room. The
could tell
bucket's
me
on
what
the
to
bed.
do in this troublesome
This what?
situation.
It's a candlelit room and the bucket's on the bed.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it,
Close
or
your
I'll...
eyes. Oh. Go back to work, Stanley.
Do what the bucket says.
Yes, bucket. That was weird.
That was very weird. So yeah,
So that was that.
Cool. Want to go find another non-bucket ending?
I'll show you the best non-bucket ending.
Okay.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
So
No
we're,
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
we're gonna ride the cargo lift again, but there's a ledge you can jump to.
Ah, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten. Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
2B1.
What?
That was a door that said 2B1 on it. 2B3?
2B1.
Mm-hmm. 2B3, 2B4, 2B5.
Basement.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Ooh, a collectible.
Another matter, Stanley
Hey!
figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Oh, I forget. Which door does he want me to go through?
He wants you to go through red. We're not going through red.
We're gonna go through blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood.
Oh,
Stanley
that was
walked
weird.
through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Oh.
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
A nice
Tell you
bucket.
what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
What happened?
There's the third door now, aside from our original first two.
Oh.
There's a bunch of textures, developer textures that just aren't ready.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
1 through 5. I'm gonna say 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from?
How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. In total, 91,730 doors opened. Did you know that 21.3 players skipped the intro sequence? Only the worst 3% of players chose the blue door. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Complete against others to improve your Stanley Parable career. This is you, 9,328th place.
And we can do all of this with a bucket to get different stuff.
I'm gonna do the third door again.
Jeez.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
Yes,
Hey,
absolutely.
I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh, this is awful.
Yep.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
I'm curious what this is gonna be.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our
This is
motivation?
just Firewatch.
They changed it.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower. Perhaps for
feeling
some
he'd change
sort
this
of
at some
twisted,
point.
erotic purpose.
I'm curious.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Oh my god, this is literally just Firewatch.
In the original version, this is Minecraft.
Oh, really? Was it Croco Crow? That is the developer of this game?
Did they make Minecraft?
No, I know they did make
No,
Minecraft.
did they make?
Did they make Firewatch?
I have no idea. I don't know what Firewatch is.
It's a game where you just walk around and listen to
it can't
dialogue.
be.
So
It's accurate.
leads me to believe, you
It
know.
is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
Giant walls
Goodness,
just
Stanley,
showed
what a
up.
close call. You really wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we avoided it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
New Snail's House song.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had
Is
in
this
mind.
Rocket League?
Just a nice big
I
box
don't know.
for you to run
I think
around
it's
in.
Rocket
There isn't
League.
any possibility that you could get
Sick.
lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you
walking
manage to
around
get lost
a
in this
Rocket League
game,
stadium.
I will be phenomenally impressed.
In the original, this is Portal.
That's funny.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Oh my god. Yay. I'm gonna hit the ball into the goal.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball. Yes! Oh goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls!
They're everywhere.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real video game? Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's
Aw.
right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I'm structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Somehow, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much. But who knows? You're an inventive kid. You'll come up with something. After all, you're the one who knows best. Take care, Stanley.
I wonder if the games you go to depend on the console you're playing on. Or if those are just the two games that they could get, like, permission to do in the remake.
Hold on. What are you doing?
I went into the goal.
You went into the goal?
There's a little drop.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Those holes weren't infinite enough.
No, they weren't. It's dark, but it looks like an office space. Ooh, a light. Lots of computers.
The new Snail's House song is called Biscuit Funk.
I love that.
You bet. Biscuit funk.
That sure do sound like a Snail's House song.
It does. It does. It do. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
I have no idea what I'm doing. Where I'm going.
Where am I going?
Everything
Where
is
are
dark.
we? I miss my bucket.
The lights are
I
all
wonder
off
what
now.
he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Yeah, I don't like that.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end. End. Never the end is never the end is never the end is never the end is.
Well, we start over again.
Is never the
Stanley
end.
knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Okay. I want to go to the figurine finders committee in the meeting room.
Okay. Let's do it. Figurine Finders Committee.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, yeah?
Places to search admission status. Okay, so we got 3 out of them. A large room, lots of boxes. Nearby a fireplace. A private but smelly place for an important person. Oh, so it's definitely in our boss's
Bathroom.
toilet. Is this some kind of game? There must be a point to this. Oh my god. The slideshow is different now.
I bet.
They're all about the figurines. Thank you, good luck. Oh my god, everything in this room is about the figurines now.
You knew that before you
How
came
can
in
we
here.
find them? Bottom text. Maybe we are the collectibles. Shut the frick up. What we know. Small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. There was no memo for them from management. How can you tell if we spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? There will be a reward for finding them all. It's scrawled across the wall.
Dum, 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 dum.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on
Why don't we
track.
just hang out here for a while?
I guess. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get to hear the whole thing.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
My fun fact from before is that my eye is still fucking vibrating.
It's not
It
a
was
fun
baffling
fact.
that Stanley was still
No,
just
you're
sitting
right.
in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Fuck off.
Sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing
Why?
nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
This is my favorite broom closet.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
The broom closet ending was my favorite.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I'm interested to see if this
Well,
part's
I've come
going
to
to
a
change.
very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this,
Even
the
his mic
responsible thing
changed
is to
for that
alert
line.
someone nearby
I'm kinda
so
disappointed
as
in
to
that.
ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead.
They didn't change
fallen
that, though.
prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
That was very poorly dubbed.
Yeah.
And you collapse in front of the screen.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
There. Now you got the broom closet ending.
Now you can leave. But
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee
You
you can't do any worse
should
than
go
the person
back
who
in.
came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
that was cool and all, but we've done every ending up here without the bucket, so we're kind of locked in. At least we can go get the figure.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hell yeah.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What
Figlies.
name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by one? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I thought of something we can do.
What?
Okay, so when you walk into the boss's office, I need you to back out as the door closes, so it closes in front of you. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Stepping in.
There you go. We did it.
Nailed it.
You locked the narrator in there. Now we can go back.
He's trapped.
This ending was sort of unfinished in the original, so let's see if they polished it at all.
Go back in the broom closet.
We're free now.
I'm free to be in the broom closet as much as I like. There's trust the completionist instinct scrawled in blood in the meeting room.
Oh my god.
Was that not there on our way through to the boss's office?
It's hard to tell.
Uh,
Get well someday.
someday or Sunday?
Someday.
Oh. I like it. I like that.
There should be a door we can go in that wasn't available before. Peek.
There's a door. It's just blackness. Loading. Oh, you are now leaving.
Weird.
Escape
and scary
pod bay.
for the narrator.
Floor 760.
Floor 760.
You're on floor 754.
That's tall.
Oh god, the staircase is red and scary. Okay, so 7, 8. It says 757 again. Okay, now it says 758. Maybe I just got twisted around. $759. One more. Launch escape pod launch bay. Escape. It's just a big empty room. Oh, I see. I went up to a glowy red spot. Is that the escape pod?
I don't know.
I guess so.
Is that it?
That was it.
Wow, they didn't polish that at all. It just was what it was.
I mean,
You just
we
leave.
could try it with the bucket.
Oh, the bucket's closer this time. And also the
Warmth
layout of the
spread
office
through
is different.
Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Okay, first should we try jumping to the
Stanley
ledge with the
clutched
bucket?
tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
What do we want to do with the bucket?
Well, I want to cover the things that we've done already.
We can go back upstairs
Do the OG ending.
to the OG ending, but escape with our bucket.
I like that.
In bucket we trust.
In bucket we trust.
Maybe somehow the bucket would save us from getting killed by the giant
Coming to
machine.
a staircase, Stanley
The-
and the
the-
bucket
the
walked
escape
upstairs
machine
to
or
the boss's
whatever.
office.
We didn't get killed by it.
Yeah, we did.
What?
We got killed by
But
it.
no, it drops you into the...
It drops you to the museum, but then the museum drops you back to the
Stanley was
machine.
once again stunned
Oh.
to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
Tap 8 only on the keypad.
Tap 8 only.
Just keep tapping 8.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
This used to be an
Trying
achievement.
to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2.
Did the game just say 8?
Yeah.
I guess it was 8 times that I pressed the number 8.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
I wish I could remember how you get that one ending. That one ending that's not
The
really an
elevator
ending.
raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I think
Was
it's
the bucket under the mind control
that step right
facility's
there that
influence
triggers
as
it.
well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
dun, dun.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way. The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness. Was it over? Yes, they had done it. Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth. Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and... What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped? Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty, until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave. Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself. As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I? Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
Jeez. That was a...
Was that it?
That was weird. Yeah, that was the end.
Dang.
They won't let us leave with the bucket.
Nope.
We could try
All this
detonating
co-workers
the building
were
with
gone.
the bucket.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again, not truly alone, not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
I'm gonna try that weird elevator that didn't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
It's right around here. Maybe the bucket is the key.
Looks like what?
Looks like the elevator's actually kind of moving, but I can't remember what happened the last time or not.
Either way, everything's gonna be fine. We have the bucket.
Great. I guess nothing.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again
2, 8, 4,
stunned to
5.
discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
So does anything happen when you press the 5 buttons, like in that one room?
As far as I know, with the decade of watching this game, there's nothing you can do in that room.
That's hilarious.
I'm not 100. The room where the bomb goes off.
Stanley and the bucket walk straight ahead through the large
I'm not
door that led
100% sure,
mind
but I'm as
control
close to
facility.
100% sure as you can get.
Yeah.
Well, let's try it with a bucket, because there is new...
There sure will be like 2 minutes and 30 seconds of new dialogue.
Yay, bucket.
What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and
Can
the
you
bucket
tell me
both
again
lied
all the
to
steps you
themselves.
take in this room?
I walk. I turn on the lights,
Yeah, you turn the lights
and
on.
then it gives me a bridge to go to the cameras.
Right. And you turn those on.
Okay.
With
You know
what
what I
kind,
think?
what kind of a button do you use to turn those on?
It's the same kind of button that it was the lights.
I think we call the narrator's bluff. I don't think he has the balls to blow up the bucket.
Maybe not. So yeah, you turn on the screens.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the
And
bucket
then
in
what?
shock. Everyone in the office
another
was being
bridge comes up.
videotaped, monitored
Right.
like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Is there another button you have to press?
Yeah. There's one that calls the next elevator.
Right. And I think you like get on that elevator and then leave it before it takes off.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told
Did
to
that
do
work,
things
honey?
it didn't wish
Hold
to
on.
do?
We're not there
What
yet.
kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
That might not be
He
right.
couldn't accept it. His own life
That's
in
okay.
someone else's control. Never!
Let's
He
just nuke
squeezed
the
the
place.
bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Except for the bucket.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Silly birds. What? They're just two bird buttons. Press one of the bird buttons. Oh, flamingos.
Stanley flipped
parrots.
through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Of course.
The mind controls
Duh.
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
So this is the good ending in the bucket world. Yay! Birds.
That was really funny.
That was a good one.
Not what I was expecting.
That is not what I was expecting.
Shall we take the bucket and jump to the ledge?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
That's a long one.
It is a long one.
I would be okay stopping here if you
Yeah.
guys would be.
I think that's probably smart.
Smart. I have
Okay.
dinner to cook.
Dinner.
Dinner. That was a little too much. I'm sorry, guys. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you guys
Thank
for watching
you.
with us. This game
I
is.
hope you're enjoying the bucket stream.
I love it. Good buckets. Good bucket. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Make sure you know where your bucket is.